Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ryman's Bizarre Adventures in Katawa Shoujo. Took a little tiny bit of a break from this, only because I got caught up in some other videos, but now I'm ready for a nice, relaxing break from all the guns and bombs going off in some of my other bizarre adventures. Last time I was here, it was a clusterfuck. I had two very unique people helping. That's one way to put it. Unique people helping me through. Don and Derek. If you do not know what I'm talking about, I would highly suggest going back and watching the previous episode. Then, if you're that far out of the loop, I would also suggest going back probably to the beginning, just in case you're new, so that you're not completely caught, completely out of context as to what's happening. Oh, geez. This chapter's name is His Past. Well, I certainly hope it's South's past, but it's probably a lot more exciting than mine. I've been studying quite a lot in the past few days. Just like them, in hope of doing well in the exams. This also means that Hanako and I have been playing games, less. So she's been studying as well, just to fill in that time. Nevertheless, I found myself forsaken by her on this particular day. That seems like a strong word to use, don't you think? Forsaken by her? Cut the dramatics, dude. Jeez, she's fucking studying. The textbook in front of me has remained on the same page for some time. After so much reading on subjects I couldn't care less about if not for the exams, my mind is beginning to wander. Just now, my mind wanders the second I wake up in the morning. It takes a it takes a lot for me to get on track. You're doing a lot better than I did, dude. I find my eyes flickering over to where Hanako would usually be. Just like on the days she wasn't in class, her usual beanbag in the corner of the room is conspicuously unoccupied. I'm really surprised I got through that word without much of a hiccup. Much of a hiccup. It was here that we first really met. Who remembers that? Who else remembers that? I do. I remember very vividly like it just happened. That is where the term pulling a Hanako was born. Pulling a Hanako, in case you're not caught up to speed, is when you say, I've got to go do something, and then immediately running out of the room. If anything, just to avoid contact with the other person. Oh my god, he fucking mentions this. Okay. I tried to start a conversation with her. She got skittish and eventually bolted from the room altogether. I probably shouldn't smile about it, but it was kind of amusing in hindsight. I smile about it every time I think about it. It's so adorable. Hold on a second. No, this isn't game related. Where the fuck do you think you're going? Come here! My apologies! I saw a spider walking its way across the room and I had to immediately engage it in Mortal Kombat. Where was I? Right. Nowadays, it's more and more difficult to imagine her doing such a thing. Even with Lily gone, she's been doing well now that she's come out of her room. I want to talk with her, or at least play another game of chess. Maybe we should try something other than chess. Have you tried Yahtzee? I'm tired of studying, and it's been a few days since we've really done anything together. The question of where to find Hanako isn't a particularly difficult one. If she's not in the library, chances are she's either in the tea room for some peace and quiet, or in her dormitory room. Deciding to check them in that order, I pack up my books on the way. I forgot to set my goddamn timer again. And I forgot to charge my phone. This is a rough night. This is what happens when your brain tries to function at 10:30 at night. When you got about 40 or 50 milligrams worth of melatonin pumping through your system. Shut up, phone. Oh my god, professionalism. I'm how far into this goddamn series, and I still can't remember the most basic things I need. The most basic, trivial bullshit that I need to get through it without any headaches. Yeah, we're gonna pretend now is the time to start. Continue. This episode's going horribly, horribly wrong. I stretch and give a loud groan as I walk down the hallway. Studying may be frustrating at times. With the progress I feel I've made, there's also some sense of pride in getting it done. It's a good feeling. There isn't a sound to be heard from the inside from where I stand in front of the door to Hanako's room. I guess that isn't very indicative of whether she's inside or not, given how quiet she usually is. Still, she wasn't in the tea room. I try knocking lightly to make my presence known, but I'm surprised when I find the door unlocked and yielding at my touch. I would have just kicked the door in. I would have kicked it in and just started going in strong with a musical. There is life outside your apartment and no one's gonna fucking know that song. With a small creak, the door opens. It looks like my suspicions were correct. Hanako is indeed here. She's sitting at the table with an open book in front of her, but pays it no heed as she keeps looking out the window. She looks utterly oblivious to my presence. Not if we did my approach. With her head thoughtfully resting on her hand, she looks calm and collected. It's a shame she can't look like this more often. Smiling a little, I walk up to the table and softly speak to her. Bitch, I'm in the room! Hanako's head turns a little to see me. Oh, I amuse myself. But she's still only half there. I put a hand on the table and lower my head to better look at her face, mildly curious about what mood she's in. What up? She gasps a little, finally acknowledging my presence in the room for the first time. Hanako's blushing really heavily. Her mouth is open just a little, as she paused mid-sentence. Most striking, though, is what she's doing. Are we zooming in? Oh, we're zooming in. Okay. She's looking directly at me. Her eyes are pinned on my face. From such a close distance that I can almost see my reflection in them. They don't turn away, nor move at all. They're absolutely still, just looking into mine. It was at this point we actually headbutted. They're dark, and give her an almost analytical air. Even when reading on subjects she has no interest in, she would appear to be wrapped in her work to a casual observer. Oh God, professionalism. Apologies. She absorbs information very well, and even now, I can feel that. I feel like I'm seeing something behind those eyes that I've never saw before. I don't know what it is, though. I'm going to resist singing a very particular song. Hanako? You in there? The artists and animators have not been able to move your eyes. Her lips move just a little, silently mouthing something, She looks like she's on the verge of saying something, but won't say it. But that's the way Hanako always is. On the verge of saying something, but never quite doing it. As I look intently into her eyes, I realize something. Everyone has their own thoughts, things that they want to say, their own worldview. But I can't work out what Hanako wants to say, and I can't work out what she's thinking. I never have been able to. It's frustrating. It feels like I don't know her at all, despite all the times we spent together. So? Oh, we're zoomed out. Whew, starting to get in a trance, a little staring at her into her eye for that long. It's only now that I find myself blushing. I've been looking directly into Hanako's eyes from such a short distance with absolutely no regard for her, and she's been looking into mine without shrinking away. I quickly look away while covering my face with my hand. Hanako does just the same. Another awkward silence reigns. I hate these. At first I accepted them as just being a fact of life around Hanako, but now all they feel like is an affirmation on how little we're able to communicate. Some anger makes its way into the complex mixture of emotions I'm experiencing right now. I want to bridge that gap between us. Friends shouldn't have to tiptoe around each other like this. And you need to realize right now that when you're dealing with me, anger is always one of the emotions in the room. Don't believe me? Ask around. I speak before I argue myself out of what I'm going to do. My scarring isn't as bad as Hanako's, but I can't possibly compare my life to hers. But I want to show her that she's not alone. Wait. Well, okay, first of all, is that a thing of ramen up there that I haven't noticed until just now? And two, are you about to rip your shirt open? Because I'm not sure how I feel about this. Hasao, my man, my dude. Don't go on the way my mind's thinking. Don't go. Doing this in such a blunt manner might be the only way to get my part. No, he's about to do it. No, dude, keep your clothes on. This is a family channel. Hanako, I want to show you something. This whole scene oh my god, this whole scene with context is not going in a good direction. Oh god, I'm gonna have to start sharpening my editing skills right now, aren't I? Is this gonna lead to something bad? Well, not bad, but bad in the sense I'm not good at editing yet. I'm about to click Hasao. Keep it PG. I take a deep breath to prepare myself. This could backfire badly, but it could backfire goodly. But I feel as if we've come close enough for this to be okay. I'm not going to strip naked or anything weird. The sigh of relief has swept through the building. This still could go that way. We don't know. I'm just going to take off my shirt. My thought exactly. my face exactly, Hanako. Hanako's eyes grow to the size of saucers. Her face is an amusing mixture of curiosity and nervousness as she stands. It helps take the edge off of my nervousness at doing this in front of another person. I say, just keep your shirt on. Oh. Was that the sound of clothes coming off? Slowly, with my entire body feeling tense, I unknot my tie and begin to loose the first of the buttons. I'm trying to mentally block out Hanako to make this easier, but it's really not working. Alright. Hisao, you are like a brother to me at this point. So you're in a weird, awkward place right now, but I think I know how to ease the tension in the room between the three of us. Yes, you, me, and Hanako over here. Huh? Dude, to make you feel better and less awkward, I'm taking my shirt off too. It is at this point, everyone at home is super duper lucky that I do not have a camera set up. Otherwise, this is gonna be an awkward video. Alright, dude. I hope you feel more comfortable now. Proceed to take off your shirt. As I work my way down, I expect to hear some form of protest from her. She remains silent, though, which just makes this feel even stranger. It's shouldn't anymore, dude. What up, bro? We're shirtless brothers. Let's finish what you've decided to commit us to. With the last of my shirt unbuttoned, I take a deep breath and look at her. Oh, this is nice piano music. I could just listen to the soundtrack of this game for hours, no joke. Alright, that's enough head swaying. Hanako's gaze is fixed upon my titties. As expected. Ryan, you're the only one amused right now. So get a grip and get through the rest of this before it gets too late. Whew. As expected, and once I nod to say it's okay, she steps forward and tentatively places her hand on the vertical line running down my chest. The scarring on her hand, a pattern of damaged skin across its surface, contrasts with a single uniform line that makes up mine. Her hand isn't trembling at all, unlike what I expected, and it is starting to get fucking cold in here. Can we hurry this along? This is the scar from the surgery that followed my heart attack. The surgeons had to cut open my chest to operate on my heart. I never knew. Well, now you do. Hanako words. Ryan, stop. What were you doing? Ryan, keep it together. PG. Hanako's words are calmer and softer than usual. The soft feeling of her fingers moving from my scar to my breast makes me hesitate a little before continuing on. You're the first person to see this since I left the hospital. But why are you showing this to me? Yes, Hisao. I'm gonna stand over here on Hanako's side of the room and ask you the same question. I need to keep moving this along because I'm actually getting cold. Why did I commit to this joke that no one can see? I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this. That I could accept my past and move on. I wanted to show you that as well. She nods. From her reaction, she seems to know how difficult this is for me. And for me. More than anything, the scar helps represent a visible reminder of my condition. A reminder that I'm not normal anymore. That's something that, until now, I had tried my hardest to ignore. As the minutes tick by, Hanako's gaze lingers. Her eyes look less focused on my scarring than before. The situation feels a bit different than it previously did, and it makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. You're only just now getting uncomfortable. Her hand retreats, and I draw my shirt close to begin to button it up. Her blushing face suddenly returns to its typical tense and timid state as she looks away. The room is completely silent as I fix my shirt and tie, feeling put off after such an unexpected, intimate moment. So, I guess you're not the only one that's scarred. Hanako smiles a little at the joke, thankfully lightening the atmosphere a bit.
Thank you, Hisao. I think I understand.
I give a long sigh of relief. I really didn't know how she'd take it, but I'm glad everything seems to have worked out as I hoped. Hanako's smile only proves that further. I'm finding the path I want to follow now, and Hanako needs to do... what Hanako needs to do is find her own. It's something I can't help her with, and it's something she needs to overcome her past in order to do. Hanako checks her watch. It's getting late now, and I think I realize I'm the only one in this room that needs to put his clothes back on. Ooh.
Hisao,
Yeah, I better be going. I'll be thankful for some sleep. It's been a long day, after all. Good night, Hanako.
Good night.
I make my way out of her room and into the hallway, remaining silent as I do. I think both of us have gone through a few emotions today. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. You know what I think I need? Especially after the last few days. Especially after the last week. I think, unfortunately, I need a nice short chapter. That's what the fuck I need right now. Yeah, sorry. Sorry for this, like, one or two of the people out there who have been enjoying, like, the extra, like, 30 or 40 minute installments of these episodes, but hey, my goal is to try to do one chapter an episode, and like I said, gotta keep it short because it's a busy frickin' day at work for me tomorrow. So, if you guys, for any reason, enjoyed watching me, exit menu please, thank you, enjoyed watching me stumble my way through the wonderful world of Katawa Shoujo, give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel to see more of not only this, but a whole bunch of other videos that I'm trying to make bigger playlists for. Follow the Facebook page to follow all the news and content that I post, mostly like when I post videos and, just news on what's going on. Also, check out the Rhyman Gaming Discord channel that I created. There you can drop me a message, and as well as like chat amongst other fans of the show, or just a place for you and your friends to get together for some gaming rooms. What else? That's about it. I am going to quickly edit this, throw it up, and go to bed as I put my shirt back on now. Holy crap. Stay awesome out there, guys. Right now, I feel like I could cut some fucking diamonds with these things.